You're listening to Mentoring Developers. Did you have any difficulty getting your first job? Because you already had some experience of co-op. I mean, co-oping when you're in college, that's incredible. So you had a resume, you had something to show. Was it just a snap of a finger to get a job?
So let's see, I graduated in 2008 with my degree. And so if you remember back in 2008, there was actually a lot of stuff going on in terms of the Great Recession beginning, essentially. So I graduated and felt very, honestly, burnt out after college because I had been doing so much with not only getting my undergraduate degree, but also the different student groups that I was in. So I did take some time off. I decided to adopt a dog and kind of bond with her and then start looking for a job. But at that time, I also decided that I wanted to find a job in New York City. And at the time I was living in Pittsburgh with my parents. So that added an additional complication. And then also at that time, I'm trying to think, it might have been more difficult to find a job doing Ruby on Rails. Because it was still kind of like a new-ish language, and you really were going to find more startups doing Ruby on Rails rather than like larger companies or more well-established companies. And I wasn't really sure that I wanted to do a startup. I did end up doing a startup, but what was the original question? I don't even remember now.
How did you get your first job?
How did I get my first job? Yeah, so I did want to move to New York City. My boyfriend, now my husband, was living there at the time, and I was like trying to be closer to him. And I think I went either on monster.com and put my resume there. I remember I sent out dozens of resumes, and I think it did take like a long time to get called back, and it was very often that I didn't get any response to the resumes that I was sending out, which I think is disparaging. Like I was talking to my dad, he's like, if they don't like even email you saying that you weren't selected, what kind of company is that? I think a lot of things have changed in that respect since when my parents were finding their first jobs.
Thank you so much for listening.
For show notes and transcripts, visit us at mentoringdevelopers.com.